In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, director James Gunn, who of course directed the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy and is now on his way to direct Superman Legacy and oversee the DCU, revealed that he was not a big fan of multiple character decisions and choices that were made in the last couple of Avengers films, and one in particular really did not sit good with the director. So again, this is directly from James Gunn, who was talking to The Hollywood Reporter, and when they asked him about all the things he left for Guardians of the Galaxy 3, of course, him being fired, a change of direction, the Guardians being directed by the Russo brothers in Infinity War and Endgame, and of course, what happens with them in Thor: Love and Thunder, he said that one moment in particular in Avengers Infinity War really stuck out to him as something that he did not like. And he says that it's the moment with Star-Lord and his inability to kill Gamora when she asks him to do it. And the other was the moment where, I mean, we've all talked about it, it's been a meme, where he decides that due to his grief, he decides to more or less prolong taking care of Thanos and lets him, well, get the victory on them because Mantis was there controlling him, but Star-Lord was having his moment. James Gunn was not a fan of these moments because he felt like that they weren't in character. Now, this isn't the first time James Gunn has talked about some of the ideas in this, and remember, he's also regretted some of the things he told them he wanted in there. Specifically, that invisibility joke from Drax. That was one thing that James Gunn says he regrets putting in there and telling them to put in there. So he kind of admits here, you know, everybody did things their way and there was some miscommunication and some things maybe he should have stepped in, but ultimately we are where we are now and that's in the past, and he's just going to tackle, his projects one at a time, and what's the point of looking back on it because, well, Guardians 3 is done and he's told the story he wanted. So in the end, it's all kind of the same. He's still getting to tell the third chapter and wrap up this trilogy that he started, just the way he wishes that the Guardians were handled in those films, that he would have had more insight, so they didn't go in a slightly different direction, which, again, fine, that's acceptable. You know, it's how he feels about these characters and moments, and we've had this so many times in the MCU that it's nothing new. We've had other directors say, oh, we wish this director didn't do this, or I wish I didn't do that, and it's just something that happens because it's such a enormous moving machine that every one thing that somebody else does could affect something else, which is, of course, just going to get more complex as more people and more projects are happening all the time.